Watkins Point, David Kenworthy, Playwriting 376. Setting. The action takes place in the late summer of 2005, before cell phones were common among the poorer classes. Throughout the play, a tent city should evolve using actual tents, rope, canvas, tarps, cardboard, and other materials. Characters bring on backpacks filled with things they can add to the stage. The stage is an island. The audience and back and sides of the stage are the river. It should be treated accordingly by the actors and the lighting design. For sound design, the effect of moving water may be played quietly in the background and increasing in intensity with the action. Characters in order of appearance. Jill, woman, early 30s, the first dweller, dressed for cold weather hiking, well worn. Jackson, man, early 30s, ex-military. Costume and backpack indicate he is prepared to camp. Marianne, woman, 50s, wears layers of strange variety and pulls some kind of cart with her. Lynn, woman, early 20s, coupled with Jesse, loud, outspoken. Her clothes and mannerisms are very male, can be played as a trans male. Jesse, early 20s, coupled with Lynn, quiet and withdrawn. Chris, man, early 20s, coupled with Kyle. Kyle, man, early 20s, soft-spoken, sings to himself quietly. Frank, man, late 40s, under a long overcoat. He's dressed like a retired professor who has been mugged repeatedly. Eddie, man, late 20s, coupled with Carrie, ex-military, sells drugs, smiles too much. Carrie, woman, late 20s, coupled with Eddie, rarely speaks, constantly under the influence. Officers McKinsey and Nash, they pretend to be dwellers, but they are later revealed as city police officers. Acknowledgements, this play is based on a true event as reported by the zine The Red Pill. Thanks to Jacob Richards for his contribution. Music use, the song Wild Mountain Time is performed by Bob Dylan, is used in this play. Bob Dylan's recording of Wild Mountain Time cites the song as traditional, with the arranger unknown. Dylan is generally credited with arranging and popularizing a traveling folk version of the song. Dylan's version of this public domain song can be found on his album, The Bootleg Series, Volume 10, and Rolling Thunder Review Recordings.
Act 1, Scene 1. Lighting, early morning. The stage is bare except for two trees, upstage center and upstage left, and a makeshift tent, stage right. The tent is camouflaged. Jill is in front of the tent, writing in a battered journal. She stops and looks around at her surroundings with a faint smile. She looks left and sees Jackson entering from off stage. She quickly gathers her things and exits into the tent. Jackson enters. All entrances of characters are either off stage or through the audience. When the character enters, they jump on stage, showing there is an inlet of water, making the stage the island.
Huh. Damn. It's hello? Anybody in there?
Go away.
I didn't even know this place was here. This is nice. Real nice. Does it stay above water all year? Looks like most of it does. Probably hard to cross when the river is high, though. But this is cool. Probably don't get too many people out here, huh? But there's lots of space. Looks like it goes upriver about, what, half a mile? Mile? Mm. Hey, I'm looking for a place to camp, so I'm thinking...
I have a gun.
No, you don't. And if you do, well, I've been shot at before. Look, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I'm thinking we can reach a kind of agreement here, and I'm pretty sure you don't own this place, so...
Wrong. This is my place. I found it. So why don't you head somewhere else? There's plenty of other places, and I'm not looking for company, especially from you.
Listen, lady, this is a good spot. Plenty of room. Most of the places along the river are private land. I know. I've been run off most of them. Now, this little river or this little island is probably public land, or it's owned by the old sugar beet factory, and that place closed down years ago. So my guess is that nobody cares about this little this little spot, so nobody except you. If I go into town and tell the cops somebody's out here, well...
You won't do that.
I might. But you're right. I don't like dealing with cops. But you probably don't either. So how about this? I stay over here, right by the low point. I'll be your guard dog, right? I don't sleep so good, so if anybody jumps over, I'll deal with them. I'll leave you alone, you leave me alone, and that's it. So, what do you say? Neighbors?
No, this is my place. Don't you understand? I've been here for almost a year. Nobody has bothered me. I stayed here through the rainy season. I know where the water line is. I know what kind of damn flowers bloom here in the spring. This is my home. You are trespassing. So please just leave.
Hey, calm down. Look, I understand, really. You found a great place. It's hard to get to, kind of hidden. I can understand being protective. This is perfect. Actually, we'd say this is a highly defensible position.
We? Who's we?
Oh, sorry, there's no we. It's just terms I picked up in my old life.
Military?
Army, ex-army. So, like I said, I can be pretty good guard dog. Seriously, how about we drop this and I'll set up camp?
And who is going to guard me from the guard dog?
Okay, fair point. Look, I swear, I am not gonna hurt you. I know I look a little rough, but I'm not like that. I promise. Hey, my name is Jackson.
Jill.
Hey, Jack and Jill. That's funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So we got truce?
Fine. But let me make this clear. You stay on that side of the point, I stay on mine. Don't cause me any problems. And if you get, handsy, well, I start screaming. Understood?
Understood. The point is that this place's name?
Watkins Point.
So does Watkins still own it?
No, he sold it to a guy who made it a junkyard. That's why you can find car parts and concrete all over this island without much digging. Old man Watkins ran the flower shop downtown. This is where he grew his flowers. They still bloom in the spring.
Wow. You know a lot about this place. You sure you don't own it?
I went to school with his granddaughter. Look, I think that's enough talking. I like the quiet and I want to keep it that way. So you stay there, I'll stay over here. That's the deal. Got it?
Got it. Nice to meet you, Jill.
Scene 2, lighting, midday. Jackson finalizes setting his tent as the lights come up. He begins moving around the island back and forth behind his tent. Jill comes out and starts writing in her notebook. She ignores him until he speaks.
Hey, Jill, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to set up a latrine over here.
What? A what?
A latrine? A pit toilet? I don't know what you've been using or been doing, but I'm going to set one up one place over here where we do our business.
Look, I thought we agreed to mind our own business. That included.
Yeah, but I have training in this. A latrine is sanitary. It will outlet into the river to get rid of waste. I'm just trying to make this place better.
This place doesn't need you to make it better. It's fine with or without you.
But that's what I mean. We're here and we're changing this place just by us being here. So I want to do as little damage as possible. Please hear me out. I was trained by military experts with years of experience, and my dad taught me before that. Pack in, pack out, He taught me and my brother to leave no trace, to leave camp the way we found it.
I guess that makes sense. But I promise you, I do pick up my trash. I usually throw stuff away before I set foot on the island. When I get soup, the trash can is right there.
Yeah, but the soup is part of the trash. After.
Oh, well, I try to take care of that in town.
But we can't always do that. Sometimes you can't find a place. Sometimes the crappers are locked up in Bum Park.
Don't call it that.
That's what everybody calls it.
I know, but it makes it sound so dirty, like we're insulting ourselves.
And I don't want this place to feel dirty. If we have trash, I'll collect it behind my tent. I'll try to find a place to drop it. Most of the dumpsters in town are locked, but there's a couple of cans on the trail up there. So, ready to make a latrine?
So you want me to dig a toilet? We're off to a great start here.
It's important, believe me, because it's gonna happen. If the bathrooms are locked or if we forget.
I won't forget.
All right, but I might. And sometimes in the middle of the night, well, I'm not gonna walk all the way into town for that. I can. And I'm sorry, but I'm sure it happens to you too, all right? Now, I've already established a perimeter.
Again with the military jargon.
I'm sorry. It's just part of the training. They inject it into you. Anyway, I found some sticks over there that'll be good for this. We need to make a trench, a little one that leads to the river.
This is gross.
If you help, it'll make this go faster. And this way, you'll know where it is for those middle of the night moments.
We really don't have to do this. It's just the two of us. There's a tree over there that well,
Yeah, I'm sure, but it has nowhere to go. I mean, I don't want to gross you out, but eventually the urine and fecal material will build up and contaminate.
stop. Please just stop.
I just want to keep this island clean, to keep our home clean.
All right. I will help you dig your latrine. But you're going to have to show me how, Mr. Army Man.
It's actually really easy. I mean, the principle is simple. It's over here behind my tent, near the entry access point. We want it here, near it, but not in it. We don't want to step in it, but maybe a little bit of smell will keep people away.
Blackout transition, scene 3. Lighting, sunset, dusk. Jackson and Jill enter their tents during blackout.
Hello, anybody here? Oh goodness, that's a big jump. Oh, little help here, please.
Jackson exits his tent and moves to Marianne. Jill slowly and cautiously comes out of her tent.
Oh, thank you, young man. That is quite a ditch there. And I can't get my cart over here. Maybe we can find some boards and make a little bridge.
Whoa, hold on there, ma'am. First off, what are you doing here?
Oh, good, another female. I'm Marianne. I'm just taking a quick look. I suppose I'll set up over here next to you, dear. We should stick together.
Wait. Marianne, this is my camp. Well, our camp. But we're not taking on more people. As a matter of fact,
Oh, there's plenty of space. I'll be no trouble, hon. I'll just set up right over here and you won't even notice me. But I'm gonna need your strapping young man's help to build that bridge so I can get my cart across.
he's not my man. He's a roommate. And we're not looking for more roommates.
Oh, that's fine, sweetie, but this is a good-looking place, and I can't be too far from town. There's too many things I have to do. But I'm nice and quiet, and I'll help keep things tidy. We can move things in and out with my carts. Oh, my carts! I need to get it. Oh, young gun, please will you help me?
My name's Jackson, ma'am.
Oh, wonderful, Jackson. Well, I saw a pile of wood and things just down the way on the river bank. If you'll help me load it, we can build that little bridge. Oh, it's going to be so nice, like a little garden with gnomes and, those little garden gnomes. We should get some of those to stand along the bridge.
Oh, dear God.
She moves from her tent. She moves into her tent and begins moving things around. Lynn and Jesse enter, moving cautiously around the island. They look into Jackson's tent and then move downstage of Jill's tent. Jill comes out and screams, startled. They yell back.
What the hell? Who are you two?
Sorry. We didn't mean to scare you. We just followed the crazy lady. She crashing here?
Crazy lady?
Yeah, the old one, Mary something. Is she camping here too? Because we're looking for a spot away from guys. So is this a women-only camp?
Wait a minute. First of all, no, there's a guy here, but that doesn't matter. We're not letting everybody just camp here. Look, this is my spot, and it's getting crowded. So I'm sure you can both find a better spot. Or try the shelter. You can stay there.
No. Yeah, not just no, but hell no. That place isn't safe, especially for us. So I hope it's cool, but we're gonna crash right over here. We don't take up space and we share a tent. Oh, what about the meeting? Oh yeah. Can we kick the guy out? I mean, he's not safe, right?
Jesus. Look, young lady, he showed up first. I mean, after me. And no, I'm not kicking anyone out. Yet. But I'd really rather you find someplace else.
No, this is fine. We'll just set up here. We just want to be as far away from the guy as possible. Mine does.
Just great. Well, I'm Jill.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm Lynn. This is Jesse. We're together. Okay?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, nice to meet you both, I guess.
Great. Thanks for not freaking out too much. And if you could kind of keep the guy away, that'd be great. Thanks. Come on, Jesse.
We hear Marianne and Jackson enter. Marianne talking the whole time.
Oh, and those should all together just like that. Oh, perfect. You're so handy, young Jackson. Were you in construction or something?
I've had some building experience. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're gonna have to stop calling me ma'am. That's what you call an old lady. Miss Mary, I'm sweetie. Or Miss Mary, like Miss Mary quite contrary with her garden, or this Miss Muffin. Oh, I can't remember like I used to. Ooh, mine. It looks like we have some visitors. And who are you, young ladies?
Hey there, Miss Mary. You remember us? We're from the park. Lynn and Jesse.
Oh, of course, sweetheart. I should have recognized you right away. Are you nice little girls?
Yeah, we're good.
Mhm.
We saw you head over here from the soup place, so we figured we'd crash where you're crashing. And the lady, Jill, she said it was okay.
Well, of course she did. Well, it's so nice to have you here. The more the merrier, I always say.
Hi there. I'm Jackson. Well, I guess if Jill said it's okay, then welcome to Watkins Point. Jill's the boss around here, so just let me know if I can help you with anything.
No.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay. Well, yeah, you should try out the new bridge. And we have a latrine set up over there. I guess Jill can show you ladies around. I'm gonna head into town for a bit, so I guess I'll see you all later.
Well, that was awkward. We're gonna go finish setting up. Thank you for letting us stay. This is nice.
So, Jill, what brings you here to this lovely spot?
Well, I guess life brought me here.
Oh, I know. That's the way life works. I mean, you're living outside, so no family?
I, no, no family. I like being outside.
Hey guys, we're gonna head into town too. We got a few more things around in hiding spots. Do you need anything?
No, we'll be fine. Just try not to pick up any strays along the way.
Lynn and Jesse look at each other, then exit.
Oh, yes, that's nice. The water, I like that sound.
God, it's so peaceful here. There's no time here, no screaming or crying, just peace. The noise when I'm alone here, the sounds are just muted. The traffic, the horns, the sounds of civilization are almost gone. The only sound is the river, the living water, splashing past the banks and slapping against itself. I love it here. I really, truly do. I don't ever want to leave. I just wish there was a shower.
Oh, Lord, yes, I love a good shower. One like I used to take, where you just stand there as long as you like, letting that warm water run down you. Oh, I do miss that.
Me too. I I left my husband a little over a year ago. That's why I'm here.
Well, it is a small world. I wouldn't want to paint it, but it is a small world. I left too. Well, I had to leave, and then I didn't like my new place. So I guess an al dente, or wait, is it al fresco? I mean, I know one means outdoors and one means hard, and well, I guess I'm both. So your husband, is he totally out of the picture then?
God, yes. I haven't seen him since I left. I doubt he's looking for me. He probably didn't even notice.
Oh, that's so sad, dear. I was married too for 33 years. Can you believe that? 33 years. We met in college, so many years ago. He was not romantic, though. No Romeo. He was an accountant through and through, but we were happy for a long time, long time. What about you?
He was so sweet when we first started dating. He would pick me up for work and surprise me with where we were going. Guess, he would say. Wrong, wrong, wrong again to each of my guesses. Then we would end up somewhere random. Mini golf, bowling. One time we went to the carnival and rode the rides, laughing like little kids. Sometimes it was a trail, a quiet outdoor spot where we could be alone. It felt like true romance. Something you'd read in one of those crappy novels from the supermarket with Fabio on the cover. But even back then, I remember, his temper would flare behind his eyes. If I wasn't excited enough about his surprise destination, if I made the wrong comment about the hiking spot, he'd get silent, sullen, start heading to the car. It was just a brief glimpse of the husband he'd become. After we got married, the surprise trips were infrequent, shorter, less fun. They started to feel like an obligation for both of us, something to keep the spark from fading. But it was fading, fast. Then, the day we went to the doctor, the day we found out that I could never have the family he wanted, the spark died that day.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. How many years were you together?
Well, we dated for 1.5 years. Then we were married for almost 3, so about 4 years, I guess.
Jackson enters and stands listening, unseen.
4 years? That's it? And you just left, just gave up? What fucking whim I stayed in my shitty loveless marriage for years. You just walked down that damn road. I'm pitiful. I didn't fucking walk away. I stayed until that son of a bitch gave up on me, till he stuck me in that goddamn place and put me in a fucking straitjacket. That motherfucking bastard! Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean any of that. What did I say? I need to go get some rest. I'm sorry, dear. Nice talking to you.
Wow, that was interesting.
Wow, weird. He just snapped like she was a different person.
I'm not really shocked. You'd be surprised how many of us have problems like that. I guess we all have demons, huh?
What in the holy hell is this? I thought you said it was safe. There's no wires everywhere.
Chris and Kyle enter, followed by Lynn and Jesse. Chris pulls off a string of cans and drops them by the entrance. Jackson picks them up.
Yeah, you tripped my alarm system. Glad it works. Welcome to the point.
Well, then, I guess he's the army guy you warned us about. Oh dear. Well, this place could use a little tidying up, but all right, not bad.
Welcome back, ladies. So I guess you forgot the part about not picking up strays.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry, Jill, but these are friends of ours, Chris and Kyle, and they really need a safe place too. So we thought maybe, since you were kind enough to let us stay,
What about your no men rule?
well, they can help protect us from your army guy, and they're not a threat to us. They're like us, together. I mean, if they can stay over there by the guy's tent, then you help us watch out for them. Understood?
No, not really. Look, Jackson has been really nice so far, polite, and he's been improving the camp and keeps pretty much to himself. But I really think there's way too many people coming here, so please, no more uninvited guests, okay?
Whoa, lady, look, we didn't mean to cause a fuss, all right? We just need a safe place to camp, all right? Unless you got a problem with the gates.
What? No, of course not.
Good, because we try not to have any problem with the breeders. Usually it's straights that cause all the problems. Don, I'll be over here. Do you think your soldier boy will have a problem with that?
It's fine, Chris. Jill will talk to him. Right, Jill?
Good Lord, this is getting way out of hand. All right, look, set up your camp then. But if you can find another place you like better, then move on. I guess I can't really kick you out, but please keep it peaceful, okay?
Of course, I'm the epitome of peace. Let's set up, honey, unless you think G.I. Joe wants to keep the straights and the gays separated.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Let's just keep a little space, all right?
The couple set up their campsites throughout the rest of the scene. Frank is heard off stage talking to Jackson as they enter.
Now that's a hell of a contraption. What, a tripwire alarm? Low tech, but effective, I suppose.
Oh, no.
Well, what do we have here? The island of misfit toys, I suppose.
Hey, sorry, he just walked up when I was resetting the line.
Simple device, but a nice touch. You must be a member of our elite armed forces, sir. Somewhere in the Middle East.
Yes, sir.
Well, then, you must also know a bit about our Constitution. You're familiar with eminent domain, I suppose?
I think I've heard of that.
Not exactly a Rhodes Scholar. Didn't take advantage of the GI Bill, did you, soldier? Well, I'll put it in simple terms. I'll be setting up my home over there.
No, hell no. We're over there and we absolutely cannot trust your creepy old ass. You can stay over there by the army guy's tent.
Wait a minute, just wait. Where are you people coming from? Why is this happening?
Well, young lady, when you see a line of unhoused individuals clumsily sneaking through the brush off the riverside trail, you come to the natural conclusion that there's an encampment nearby. And said encampment is obviously illegal, but on public land or private land that nobody maintains. Hence, it is a relatively reasonable place to camp. There is safety in numbers, my dear, and I shall become one of those numbers. I'm Frank. Wonderful to meet you all.
Frank unrolls a sleeping bag behind Jackson's tent and lays down.
Well, I guess that's that. So much for peace and quiet.
Jill angrily retreats to her tent. All characters finalize their camps as lights fade. Blackout transition. Scene 4. Lighting, night. Jackson sets up a small campfire in the middle of the stage during the blackout. All of the characters are sitting around the campfire.
Very nice work, sir. I just hope it's not visible. I'm sure our friend Jill here would prefer we stay inconspicuous.
I set the rocks like this, so it should only be visible from the river. I doubt we'll have any problems.
Oh, well, that's very thoughtful, Jackson. Oh, this little camp is becoming quite homey. Ooh, and speaking of homey, I brought soup.
Yeah, I think this place is damn near perfect. I had to make camp in places just like this back in survival training.
No soup for me, dear Anne. I have my dinner right here. So, survival training. What all did that entail?
It's pretty straightforward. A lot of kids learn this stuff in Boy Scouts. Dig a latrine, secure the perimeter, build a shelter, make camp, secure food and water. I think we can make this place work. I think we can feel safe here. No enemies, just the outside world. But this position is defendable and so much better than out there.
Well, I hate to admit it, but I agree. Thank you for making this place safe. Never really trusted guys like you, I'll admit that, but it would be impolite to not say thank you.
Happy to help. Really. I'm glad my training is going to good use.
They sit silently for a moment.
Well, I suppose we should get to know each other. I mean, if we're going to be neighbors, should be friendly neighbors, right? Oh, Jimmy, my neighbor. So, does anybody want to go first? Well, right, I can get the ball rolling. I'm Mary Ann, and the kids in Sunday school used to call me Miss Mary, so I'll answer to that too. And I just think it's wonderful we're all together here on this little island.
Church lady, huh? Perfect. We all need a little pleasant fiction in our lives. So, how's your relationship with the big bearded guy in the sky since you started living outside?
Hey, and seriously, that's not recently me.
Kidding. My goodness, you people are so sensitive nowadays.
You with people?
Just the term and phrase, my dear. No need to get defensive. I'm just saying this generation seems to get so offended so easily. I remember how it was in the educational system a few years ago. I imagine it's gotten worse since then.
You're a teacher?
Was a professor. But that was a lifetime ago. Now I'm just plain old Frank. And getting plainer and older and franker every day.
They sit in silence again.
What? So you were in the military?
Yeah, Army.
My dad wanted me to go in the military. That would have went well. Don't ask, don't tell, right? I don't think I would have survived basic training.
It wasn't so bad. Basic training was actually really easy for me. See, I did sports all through high school, so drills, runs, push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, all that phys ed stuff was drilled into me way before basic. It was like muscle memory, Combat training was the same. Water gun fights, the shooting range with my stepdad, hunting season, all the safety training was already ingrained in my DNA. Basic was awesome. Almost like a hardcore summer camp. I passed every test with flying colors. And then we got deployed. And at first, it was more of the same. It was like summer camp again, but now it was a desert instead of familiar forests and mountains. But then the shooting started. Explosions, IEDs rocking the APCs, and then somebody got shot for real. You know, I dealt with death once before, not counting old relatives who died of natural causes. A friend of mine on the football team died in a drunk driving accident my senior year. He wasn't my hanging out buddy, not a part of my circle, but he was one of the guys. Hit the whole team hard. We were at the funeral parlor, closed casket viewing, telling stories, crying a little, trying to laugh at the funny stories where he said something dumb at practice, or the time he mouthed off to the defensive line coach, and we all had to do push-ups. We moved on though. We graduated. We signed his dedication to the yearbook, and we had our moment of silence at the ceremony. We recovered and moved on. But in the desert, when your friend who's been through Army summer camp with you is dying in your arms, his blood squirting on your uniform from a hole where his name tag used to be, nothing can prepare you for that. There's no ceremony, no jokes or stories. You just pick up your gun and soldier on. They send his body and his dog tags back to his family. It's hard to move on from that. And then the next one. And the next one. So yeah, you would have survived basic. It's after basic that you have to worry about.
Well then, maybe we should try something else with this little getting to know you exercise. How about this? What's your happy place?
Big place?
Yes, you know, the place that lives in your memory, the place you were happy before this.
Oh, that's a lovely idea. Thank you, Frank. I suppose my happy place was my kitchen. Oh, I made cookies and treats for the bake sales. I just putter around mixing and stirring and pulling things out of the oven, decorating. I just loved it. I thought of all the happy people eating my food and smiling, and then the other ladies, we didn't like my episodes. When Bill saw what they were talking about, well,
You know, I guess my happy place was the lost and found closet at school. I know that sounds dumb, but I used to look like a real growth girl. My mom would put me in these frilly dresses and make me do these little photo shoots, and full makeup, everything. When I was just 5 or 6. She got my ears pierced at Claire's Mall, calling me her pretty princess. It sucked. Then in middle school, I started wearing boy clothes and would snag some stuff from lost and found that I'd changed right before school. So yeah, I guess that's my happy place, when I looked in the mirror and I saw a boy instead of a girl. How about you, Jesse? My happy place is with you. I mean, you too.
That is ridiculous, this one. But I know what you mean, Lynn. I was fantastic, pretending to be straight in school. Lots of girlfriends. Everybody thought I was a ladies' man. Get together and dish but and talk about boys and other girls in the class. Sure, thought we were making out, but in truth, I felt like myself when I was performing. I was a theater kid, and I was surprise. I could be whoever I wanted to be on stage. Definitely a happy place.
Me too. The choir room was my happy place. Whenever I sang, that was the only time I could stand having people look at me. I'd just get lost in the music, you know?
Oh God, the arm guy is definitely going to give us buddies tonight.
Jackson, not Army guy. And no, I would never bully you guys. I've never been like that, even back in school. But I know what you're talking about. Well, believe it or not, I wrote poetry in school.
Oh, I didn't figure you as the poet type.
I never actually showed my stuff to anyone. I mean, the guys on the football team would never let me live that down. My stepdad, well, he would have thought I was It was a waste of time. But my English teacher, she was the only one who saw my poems. She encouraged me to keep writing. You know, I think she was my first crush.
How about you, Jill? You have a happy place?
Well, I guess I was pretty happy back in school. I was a cheerleader. I know I don't look like it, but I was actually kind of popular in school. I mean, not one of the really popular girls, but they were all nice to me. I remember smiling so much back then, on and off the field. I smiled until my face hurt. But after everything Jeff and I went through, well,
Jeff? That mister?
yes, we met in high school. He was, well, it was really good at first. But then later, well,
Little man. What about you, Frank? You have a happy place?
Of course, dear lady. I would think we all do to one extent or the other. I suppose I was happiest on Saturday mornings at home. I was good with the kids back then before I embraced the solace of demon rum. I'd wake up early and make them pancakes in little shapes they could identify, usually animals. Nothing tastes better than a pancake giraffe. Then we'd play games, good ones designed to stimulate their little brains. I had to take early childhood development for my degree, so I knew plenty of those exercises. I even expounded upon them in my master's thesis, how the games developed societal and educational skills. Watching the kids play, seeing something click when they finally understood the point, that made me smile.
You have kids?
Had. My ex-wife has them now. I'm not a part of their life anymore.
You just gave up on them? Well, that is absolutely disgusting, you fucking prick! Just giving up what kind of stolen? Let's keep the shit!
calm down, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't think. I should go lay down.
Eddie and Carrie enter from off stage.
Hey, there you are, Jack. We found you, man. I'm glad I heard your cousins, you out over here. You're right. This place is hard to find. I brought the old lady. So, what kind of fix you need?
Oh, shit.
Blackout. Scene 5. Lighting, night. Campfire is out. Eddie, Jackson, and Carrie stand far downstage of Jackson's tent. The rest of the cast are in or around their tents, finishing up their setup.
Hey, man, look, I'm sorry. I didn't know this group wasn't cool.
It's just, I mean, not all of them, but it doesn't matter. You should keep that stuff on the DL, man. Like avoiding attention, you can't trust anybody. Loose lips sink ships, right?
Yeah, good point. But, it's still cool for me and Carrie to stay here, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just stay by my tent, all right?
Oh, good. I was hoping I didn't fuck it up. This is a really good hiding spot.
Yeah, it's okay. Look, I really just want a little herb. I finally got my check.
Yeah, I got mine too. How much you want?
Well, how much you got?
Right on. This bag here, $100.
Hey, put it in here.
Jesus, dude, you're paranoid. You think some of these people are narcs or something?
No, but I just don't want any trouble, and they don't either.
Okay, man. I got on the down low.
Hey, Eddie, where are we crashing?
Oh, yeah. Jack says we can use his tent. Well,
Wait, you guys don't have a tent?
oh, nah, we lost that one. But we'll just crash in there until we can get a new one. No problem, man.
All right, but try to get that tent soon. What happened to the old one?
Oh, the cops tore it up. At the camp we were at, you know, the one under the 3rd Street Bridge.
The cops? They did that? That is some bullshit.
Yeah, but who you gonna pitch to, you know? It's the way it is. It's a certain group of them, you know, and every few weeks they scope out where the camps are and figure them out.
You know, that just pisses me off. Both of us, we serve. This is the fucking thanks we get? A check once a month that isn't even enough to pay rent?
Yeah, you can't even drink in their housing. Drink, man. Let alone, the good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna grab my bedroll and crash. Have a good night, brother.
Hey, you don't have to do that, man. It's a big tent.
No, it's good. I kind of like sleeping under the stars.
You sure? Okay. As long as we're not kicking you out.
It's no problem.
Jackson gets his sleeping bag and backpack and sets up downstage. Eddie moves into Jackson's tent. Jackson rummages through his backpack. Jill comes out of her tent, and Jackson shoves something deeper into the backpack and puts it between his feet. Jill walks over slowly, then sits near Jackson.
Oh, those new folks are interesting.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know they were going to show up like that. And, well, that they were going to be so indiscreet.
At this point, I have kind of given up on keeping people off the island, but I really don't think we need to be bringing drug dealers into the fold.
Hey, Ed isn't exactly a dealer, okay? He just finds stuff for people sometimes. And right now, I could really use some of that stuff.
Jackson, I honestly didn't know you were into that sort of thing. You seem so level-headed. And I thought you were in the military. I figured that sort of thing was frowned upon.
Well, that shows what you know. Some of the worst addicts I ever met were in the Army. When you're in, it's alcohol. You drink every damn night you can. But then after you get out, you find out what you need, something a little stronger, just to sleep at night. For me, it's the green stuff. I have trouble sleeping. It knocks me out, gives me the rest I need. The kind of sleep where I don't see their faces, don't think about what I could have done different.
But what about the VA? They could give you pills, even find you a place, right? I mean, you serve the country.
This country doesn't give a shit about us. Any of us. We're just parts in the machine, parts that wear out, then get thrown away and replaced. I gave 4 years of my life to those bastards. 4 years sweating and killing and dying, and for what? Oil. Black, crude lining something else's pockets. You know what this piece of crap is? A Silver Star, awarded for gallantry in action against an enemy. Want to know how I got it? I dragged a buddy to cover under enemy fire. I didn't think about dying. I didn't think about a medal. I just wanted to save my friend, and I failed. He died after medevac pulled him out, and they gave me a goddamn medal for it. Now, I think a lot about dying in the service of our country, and now they want me to keep dying, to keep checking in at the VA, keep doing paperwork, keep following their fucking rules. Well, I'm done. I'm done making them feel good. Fuck their medal ceremony, fuck their rules, fuck their paperwork, fuck them. They want a patriot, soldier, well, they're gonna have to look somewhere else. They're gonna have to find somebody else to stand up and salute to their stars and stripes forever, because my patriotism died in the desert 5 fucking years ago. They can shove their stars and stripes up their righteous asses.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry for what you went through. All I can say is I understand, at least on some level, that feeling of hopelessness, of not knowing how to change things. When I moved out after the last time, Jeff, when I'd had enough, I knew I had to get away from the fight. And I am in no place to judge you. I guess we all do what we have to do to survive.
Well, maybe here we can do more than just survive.
I hope so.
They look at each other for a long beat as lights fade out to blackout transition. Scene 6. Lighting, morning. Jill is by her tent, writing in her journal. Marianne and Jesse are going through a pile of clothing. Lynn and Chris are improving the camp setup, walking around, straightening things up, tents and tarps and boxes. Kyle is humming a song to himself, Wild Mountain Time, and staring at the river off stage. Frank is upstage, back to the audience, looking at the river and taking sips from his flask. Eddie and Carrie enter with Mackenzie and Nash. They have a brief, unheard conversation upstage, then beginning setting up shelter built off of Jackson's tent.
Well, these can be fixed. I have some sewing things in my cart. Oh, it's amazing what you can find in dumpsters. You know how to sew, sweetheart?
No, not really.
Well, then I'm just gonna have to show you.
It's actually looking pretty good. What else do we need to do?
I'd like to see if we can find some more tarps. If we get some rain, we'll wake up in a puddle. Nobody wants to sleep at a wet spot.
Ew. I guess we should head into town and see what we can find. Jesse, we're gonna go diving. Do you wanna come? I'm like, no, that's okay. Miss Mary is helping me fix some of our points. All right. Well, I guess I'll see you later, babe.
You okay with them spending time together? I mean, that Marianne lady is a little odd. You know, she can flip out in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think she'll be okay. Let's just get this done and get back soon.
Jill, honey, do you want anything stitched up?
No, thank you. I think my clothes are still in pretty good shape.
Well, then do you want to help us? Do you know your way around a needle and thread, right?
Oh, I suppose I could do a bit of sewing. It's been a while.
Oh, I'm sure you could remember. It's just like riding a horse. Or a bicycle, or whatever that saying is.
Like riding a bike. I think I can do it without dropping too many stitches.
Wonderful. Oh, I have supplies. It's just like an arts and crafts class.
They sit in a semicircle and start working on clothes.
So, Jill, do you still see your mom?
What? Oh, no, I haven't seen either of my folks in a few years. They weren't very supportive when I left Jeff. So no, I haven't really spoken to them since then.
Oh, I totally understand. My mom completely freaked out when Lynn and I started going out. She said I was ruining my life, that I should just find a nice boy. Parents sucked.
Oh, now, I'm sure that they meant well, but they just want the best for you both.
You have to?
Oh, me? Oh, no, I'm afraid we couldn't. Well, we were never able to have children of our own, and I suppose that's why I got so involved in the church. I always had lots of love to give, so I figured I should help out other people's kids as much as I could. Jill, honey, did you ever consider something like that? Or adoption, or maybe you could go back to Jeff and...
No, absolutely not. Look, I know you're just trying to help, Marianne, but that's just not an option. We were so happy before, or at least we were content. It all changed after the doctor's appointment. He changed. I knew, I could feel it in the way he tried to hug me, comfort me as tears poured down my cheeks. My makeup stained my blouse, the pretty one I bought on sale. I wore it in case we took pictures of the happy moment when we found out we were going to be parents, when we knew our family would be complete. But instead, that doctor calmly announced a death sentence. The death of my womb, the death of our family, the death of Jeff's love for me. He changed. And no matter what I did, no matter how spotless the house was, no matter how many favorite meals I made, I was never going to be what he wanted. I was never going to bring that love back to life. Damn it. What do you do when love dies?
Oh, I don't know, dear. I just don't know. Ooh, that's looking very clean, Chelsea. Now let me show you how to tie it off.
Now, wait just a minute. You two are encroaching upon my sacred and personal space. This right here is the line. Mine.
Hey man, Ed says we can build off his tents.
Yeah, we can take up whatever space we want, you drunk.
This is Jackson's tent, and I am quite established right here.
You can move on, dude. You don't even have a tent.
Yeah, just crash over there. We don't need you stinking up this side anyway, Boozy.
Now, just a moment. I have had quite enough of this disrespect.
I'd better deal with this. Hey, let's all just settle down. you two, we've established our camping spots already. Since you're new, I think you should respect Frank's space, please.
Hey, look, lady, we're just trying to set our area away from the crap hole. This guy can move a foot over, right?
But it says you can set up here.
Well, Ed is new too, and Frank is right. This is actually Jackson's tent.
Whatever. We're just not gonna sleep in Pistol, right?
Exactly. You don't own this place, so we can set up wherever we damn well please.
I'm going to find Jackson. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Now look here, I'm not moving any further. I was here first. Are you familiar with the Homestead Act of 1862? The government clearly established that.
This act clearly shows that we do whatever the hell we want, old man.
Oh dear, now please, there's no need for physical violence. Please, let's all just calm down. Please. Frank, dear, are you okay?
Fine. No damage done, but you ruffians are not winning any friends.
You think we care about any of you trash? When Ed gets back, we'll see who moves here.
During the confrontation, Jesse has moved to Jill's journal and begins reading.
Now there's no need for name calling. Frank, let's go into my place and we'll wait for Jackson. He'll sort all of this out. Come on, dear, you could use some water.
Water? Never trust the stock. Too easily contaminate them. Fish fuck in it.
Oh, fresh language.
They exit into the tent. Mackenzie and Nash continue to set up. Kyle has been watching all of this. He gets up and moves. He gets up and moves to Jesse.
Wow, those two are kind of assholes.
Yeah, I know this.
I mean, isn't that Jill's notebook?
Yeah, but I don't think she'll mind to be taking a look. She looked it out, didn't she?
Yeah, well, but
You know, she went through some messed up stuff. Her husband used to beat her. She should, like, go to the battered women's shelter or something.
yeah, that's definitely private.
Obviously, we spend with each other all. I mean, Jill is super cool and chill. Fucking mad. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean you. Just, readers in general.
No, guys can suck, but women can be pretty mean too, you know.
Sure, not like men. Lynn says that the patriarchy has been causing wars and conflicts since the beginning. Women have been subjugated for centuries, and
Yeah, I get it. I don't really care about that stuff. I just wish people could live in harmony, you know?
well, Lynn says we won't ever get a peaceful point in society unless men are essentially castrated.
Holy shit. That's a little extreme.
Not literally. Well, or at least most women. It just
Jackson and Jill enter. He goes to Nash and Mackenzie. Jill stares at Jesse.
Hey, guys, we need to talk.
Jesse, this is mine. It's private. I can't believe you would.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought, you left it out and
That did not give you permission to look at it. This is completely unacceptable.
I didn't think you.
That's right. You didn't think.
Wait,
She didn't mean to cause any problems. But I mean, I understand after all you've been through.
Oh, after all I've been through? Wow. You kids have no fucking idea. You read my diary and figure you know everything about me. Is that it?
No, it's just. Well, we were wondering if you'd reported any of this to the cops. You know about your husband?
You kids don't know anything about anything. Let me make this perfectly clear. From now on, my things are off limits. Don't come near my tent. And don't you dare speak to anyone about my personal business. You got it?
yes, of course. Well, General, I'm so sorry.
Yes, you are. Now, leave me alone.
All right, look, I will have a talk with Ed, but for now, you can stop setting up right where you are.
This is bullshit.
Hey, is everything okay? Where's Jill?
In her tent.
We kind of pissed her off.
Hey, Jill, can I come in? We should talk.
No.
What did you two do?
Eddie and Carrie enter and talk to Nash and Mackenzie upstage of tent.
We We're looking at our journal and
Shit, look, I need to deal with this. We'll talk later. Hey, Ed, I need to talk to you.
Yeah, I guess so. Seems like my friends here are having a problem.
Ed, we need to sort this out before we have more problems.
I thought this place was free game. You said we could stay in your tent.
Until you got your tent, yeah. But these new guys, well, they seem to be causing some fights, and I can't have them.
Whoa, man. Are you, like, the mayor or something? If I knew your people were gonna be douchebags, we would have never showed up. But I definitely wouldn't have hooked on you, dude. Thought you were cool.
Eddie, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just want to keep things peaceful, all right?
Peaceful. Right. I'm just saying, these friends of yours are real uptight.
you're not supposed to go there.
Yeah, you're supposed to go over there by Jackson's tent.
But you, I can shit where I want.
Whoa, hold on, Ed. Didn't you tell her where the latrine was?
Oh, who cares? Doesn't matter.
Ed, you know better than this. I'm trying to keep this place nice, and you and your friends. Hey, wait a minute. What are you guys doing?
We got what we need. Thanks for the hookup, Ed.
And no problem. Anytime.
No, big problem. Look, guys, we're not dealing here. Please don't come back looking to score, all right?
Damn, sounds like trouble in paradise. Hey, we're out. Things are getting a little heated here.
Eddie, I ask you, please, no dealing here. And you guys are obviously bringing problems. Your old lady's taking a dump wherever she wants, and those two are.
Oh, so now Mr. Mayor is telling us where to take a shit. Jesus, dude. You just think you can boss everybody around.
During the argument, everyone has come out of their tents and are watching the showdown between Jackson and Eddie. Lynn and Chris enter and stop to watch.
Okay, look, I don't think this is working out. You're bringing unwanted attention here. I think it's time you left.
Yeah? You gonna make us leave?
If I have to. Get your stuff and get out.
Eddie takes off his jacket, takes a moment, then lunges at Jackson. They have a brief fight, but Jackson quickly gets the upper hand and gets Eddie in a hold either around his neck or his arm behind his back. Eddie surrenders, then Jackson pushes him away.
Carrie, get your stuff. We're out.
Fine, let's go stink anyway.
Look, man, I'm sorry, but
Nah, don't even bother. I don't want to stay in this little dictator situation you got going. I'm an American. I like my freedom.
It's not a dictatorship, Ed. We all agree. It's time for you to go.
Marianne, Frank, Kyle, and Jesse supportively gather around her. Lynn and Chris stand by the entrance, stunned. Carrie exits Jackson's tent with packs, throws one to Eddie.
All right. I see how it is. Let's go, babe. But you're gonna regret this. All of you.
Okay. Anyone going to explain what just happened?
I think it's pretty obvious, son. We're just at a standoff.
Yes, dear, I gathered that. But what was that about?
Jackson stepped up with all the drawings. That's simple. Good job, Jackson. Yeah, whatever. Are you okay, Jesse? I'm fine. Well, that was kind of scary for a minute. Yeah, I think it's that time we left too. No, until right now. I mean, now that they're gone, I feel a lot safer.
Yeah, me too.
look, I think I need to follow Eddie. I gotta keep track of what he's up to.
I'll go with you.
No, why don't you guys grab some soup in town and see if anyone else is talking about this place? I'll watch Eddie and his buddies and make sure they're not planning any more trouble.
I'm not hungry.
Neither am I.
Well, I'll stay here with the kids and keep a lookout.
I'm empty. I'm heading into town. Look, Jackson, I don't mean to defend those idiots, but he had a point about personal freedom. When you start dictating to people.
No, Frank, I don't have time and I'm not in the mood for a lecture. None of us want drugs on this point, and I'm starting to think that that should also include booze. If you don't like it, maybe you should leave too. I'm kind of tired of watching you drink yourself to death.
You know, maybe he has a point. My ex-wife told me the last time I saw her that I was worth more to the kids dead than alive.
Frank, don't say that.
No, she's probably right. She probably has an insurance policy on me. And the kids will get all kinds of scholarship opportunities if their dad is dead. I wish you all the best.
Wow. Well, that was intense. All right, I'm going to get soup like Jackson suggested and see what I can find out. Anyone coming to help?
Yeah, I'll come along. Lynn?
I guess, but guys, I really not like you guys.
I don't think any of us likes this, but our safety is at stake. Let's go.
All except Marianne, Kyle, and Jesse exit. Blackout transition. Scene 7, evening. Marianne and Jesse sit on the opposite side of the entrance up to the island, fixing clothes. Kyle is once again sitting near them, singing quietly to himself and staring off stage. There is a noise off left. They look towards it. Jesse runs over the entrance and looks off stage.
Somebody's coming. I don't think it's like people.
Come on, we can hide further up the island.
Oh, no, you go. I'm not hiding from a few bullies.
Like, please, flip us.
Oh, no, dear, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. Even though I don't have any pieces left.
Jesse, come on.
Kyle and Jesse exit opposite of entrance. Marianne goes into her structure. After a beat, Mackenzie and Nash enter, now dressed as police.
Yep. We caught this bullshit just in time. I think we're all done.
Looks like it. So the usual.
A little more than the usual. Take your time. Want to make sure they get the message.
That was the entire.
They proceed to wreck the stage, knocking down tents, cutting lines, throwing materials off stage into the river. Mackenzie urinates on belongings. They knock down every structure except Marianne's at the far side of the stage. When they begin knocking it down, Marianne comes out wide-eyed.
What do you think you're doing? Oh, dear Lord. Look at this mess. You two sacks of shit. Why? Damn subs are gonna clean up all this. I'm gonna scratch your eyes on those wicked tiny little balls.
Jesus, I didn't know this kid like this is still here. What do we do?
Officer McKenzie, go ahead. We arrest.
Oh, sorry. We are arresting her loony ass. That's what. Lock her up. A MI hold, and let's get her to psych. We're done here. Hold her, damn it.
I'm trying.
They exit, holding a struggling and ranting Marianne between them. The sound fades, then Kyle and Jesse re-enter. They stand stunned, looking at the entire destruction of the camp. As they begin going through the damage, Jill, Chris, and Lynn enter. They stand stunned for a moment, then walk over to survey the damage in silence.
All right. I think I know what he's up to. Oh my God. Is everyone all right?
They took Miss Mary.
Took her? Who took her?
Cops, 2 of them. They did this. And then they arrested her when she stood up to them. It was horrible.
Attention library patrons. The library will be closing in 15 minutes. Please bring your final selections to the front at this time. Thank you. Atención, la biblioteca se va a ir en 15 minutos. Favor de traer sus artículos a la recepción. Gracias.
Ay, Dios mío. Okay, let's pick it right up there with Lynn's line.
Oh God, Jesse, I'm so sorry. I never should have let you hear Mom. Right, Carl and Dad get over there, but we're too little.
I knew it. I knew something was coming. It was just a matter of time. Come on, hon. Let's get our stuff. They're gonna regret this. I don't know how, but they will.
Jill, I'm so sorry. I never wanted it to end this way. Your beautiful island.
No, it's not your fault. I should have known it would end like this. I should have known it couldn't last. Nothing ever does.
The remaining cast pick up their belongings. Kyle grabs his single bag, then sings Wild Mountain Time as they slowly clear the stage. During the song, some things are picked up while trash is left behind. Jill finds her notebook, torn and wet. She starts to try to piece it together, but gives up and slowly throws the pages into the river. Jackson stands still throughout, lost in thought.
Oh, the summertime is gone, and the leaves are sweetly turning, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, laddie, go? And we'll all go together to a wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, laddie, go? I will build my love about by the foot of yonder fountain, and on it I'll put all the flowers from the mountain. Will you go, laddie, go? And we'll all go together to a wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, laddie, go? If my true love he won't go, I will surely find another to a wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, laddie, go? And we'll all go together to a wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, laddie, go?
During the song, Jill stands up stage center, throwing the pages of her journal into the river. Each cast member picks up their items and sings together the last verse, then exits. Jill stays on the stage and throws her last page into the river as the song ends. She watches them all go. Jackson is the last to leave. They look at each other, then Jackson exits. Jill takes one final look at the stage, then picks up her pack and exits. Lights fade to black out. End.